Are you terrified of job interviews, that feeling of your heart pounding, palms sweating, just hoping you say the right thing? I get it. Welcome to DollarPath Academy. The fear of rejection is real, especially when you're just starting out. But what if I told you that you could land a legitimate work-from-home job without ever having to go through a single interview? Yes, you heard that right. No awkward video calls, no tricky questions, just you, your computer, and a steady income. Stick around, because today I'm revealing 5 beginner-friendly online jobs that don't require interviews, where you can find them, and how to get hired. Let's dive right into the first one, freelance customer support, specifically through email and chat. Think about it. When you're handling customer queries through text, your personality on a video call doesn't matter as much as your ability to type clearly and solve problems efficiently. Many companies, especially startups and e-commerce brands, need people to handle their customer service emails and live chats. They often skip the formal interview process because what they really care about is your written communication skills. They might give you a short, paid test task like responding to a few mock customer emails. If you do well, you're in. It's a performance-based hiring process, which is great for introverts or anyone who gets interview anxiety. You're judged on your actual skills, not how well you can sell yourself under pressure. Next up, we have data entry. This is one of the most classic entry-level online jobs for a reason. It's simple, straightforward, and often repetitive, which means companies don't need to spend time interviewing candidates. Data entry involves taking information from one source and inputting it into another, like a spreadsheet or a database. This could be transcribing information from scanned documents, updating customer records, or organizing inventory lists. Since the tasks are so clear-cut, employers usually hire based on your typing speed and accuracy. They might give you a quick typing test, and if your score meets their requirements, you're hired. It's a numbers game, not a personality contest. This makes it a perfect no-interview gig for beginners looking to get their foot in the door of the remote work world. Job number 3 is content moderation. Have you ever wondered who keeps social media platforms, forums, and online communities safe and clean? That's the job of a content moderator. Your role is to review user-generated content such as posts, comments, and images and ensure it adheres to the platform's guidelines. You'd be removing spam, inappropriate content, or anything that violates the rules. Now, this job isn't for everyone, as you might see some negative things, but for many, it's a stable and accessible remote job. Companies hiring for these roles are looking for people who are reliable, detail-oriented, and can follow a set of rules precisely. They often use online assessments to test your judgment and rule-following abilities instead of conducting interviews. You'll be given scenarios and asked how you would handle them. Your answers show them if you're a good fit, no interview required. Now let's talk about our 4th category, microtasks and task-based platforms. These are websites where big projects are broken down into thousands of tiny, manageable tasks or microtasks. Anyone can sign up and start working immediately. Think of platforms like Amazon Mechanical Turk or ClickWorker. The tasks can be anything from image tagging, audio transcription, data validation, or even short surveys. You get paid for each tiny task you complete. There's absolutely no interview process. You simply create an account, pass a few simple qualification tests for certain types of tasks, and start earning. While one task might only pay a few cents, doing them in bulk can add up. It's an incredibly flexible way to make money online in your spare time, perfect for those who want to work whenever and wherever without any commitment or hiring process. Finally, we have freelance gigs on platforms like Upwork and Fiverr. Now, you might be thinking, don't you need to interview for freelance jobs? Not always. On these platforms, you create a profile that showcases your skills and you bid on projects by sending a proposal. Many clients, especially for smaller, well-defined projects, will hire you based solely on the quality of your proposal and the strength of your portfolio. They don't have time for interviews, they just want to see that you understand their problem and have a clear plan to solve it. For example, if a client needs a few blog posts written or a simple logo designed, a compelling proposal that outlines your process and shows examples of your past work is often enough to land the job. Your proposal becomes your interview. It's all about proving your value through your writing and your work, not your interview skills. So, where do you find these magical no-interview jobs? For customer support, data entry, and content moderation, check out job boards like Indeed, FlexJobs, and We Work Remotely. Use keywords like no interview, chat support, data entry clerk, or content reviewer. For microtasks, go directly to platforms like Amazon Mechanical Turk, Clickworker, and Epin, and for freelance gigs, create strong profiles on Upwork and Fiverr. Now, how do you apply correctly to maximize your chances? When an interview isn't part of the equation, your application materials become 10 times more important. First, tailor your resume or profile for each job. If you're applying for a data entry role, highlight your typing speed and attention to detail. For a customer support role, emphasize your written communication and problem-solving skills. Second, if you have to write a cover letter or a proposal, make it amazing. Don't just send a generic template. Address the client's specific needs and explain exactly how you can help them. This is your chance to shine. And third, if there's a skills test, take it seriously. Practice beforehand if you can. A great test score can get you hired on the spot. A few simple tips to increase your acceptance rate: build a small portfolio, even if it's just a few sample projects you did for yourself. For a writing job, have a few writing samples ready. For data entry, you could create a sample spreadsheet project. Also, be professional in all your written communication. Use proper grammar and spelling. It shows you're serious. And finally, apply to multiple jobs. It's a numbers game, and the more you apply, the higher your chances of getting hired. Now, a very important warning about scams. As you search for these jobs, you'll encounter scams. Be very careful. A legitimate company will never ask you to pay for a job, pay for training, or buy equipment from them directly. They will also never ask for personal financial information like your bank password. And if a job offer sounds too good to be true, like earn $500 a day with no experience, it's almost certainly a scam. Stick to reputable platforms and be skeptical. So, what can you realistically earn as a beginner? It varies. For jobs like data entry or microtasks, you might start around $10 to $15 per hour. For email and chat support or content moderation, it could be closer to $15 to $20 per hour. On freelance platforms, your earnings depend entirely on your skills and the projects you land. The key is to get started, gain experience, and then you can start charging more. Don't get discouraged if you're not making a full-time income overnight. Consistency is far more important than perfection. Just keep applying, keep learning, and keep improving. You will get there. Landing a remote job without an interview is totally possible. You just need to know where to look and how to present yourself effectively through your application. It's about showcasing your skills directly, not talking about them in an interview. I hope this guide has been helpful and has shown you a new path to working from home. If you want more tips on finding legitimate online jobs and building a remote career, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.